Alright, this is the first update since we got Rosie unboxed and set up. I'm waiting for her to start her scheduled routine at 10 a.m. It's 9:58 at the moment. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a view of how she runs, how she's been doing. And I'll probably do one more video after this one to do our final conclusions on Rosie. Rosie is the name we gave to our i7 Plus. This is the new one that automatically empties its own bin when it docks. Really cool. That part works flawlessly. So she should be starting up here in the next minute. So far, I think we really love Rosie. My wife is very picky about having a clean house. She makes a little musical tone when she starts off. Backs off the dock. Now we've broken up the map into two sections, trying to make them as equal as possible to try to eliminate her going so long on one day and a shorter run on the next. As you can see, we have a lot of laminate in the house. We have two bedrooms. We have a plush carpeting. This is one of the rooms she is scheduled to clean today. And you can also see we have a lot of throw rugs. And she seems to manage those just fine too. The only one we didn't leave down, which she's not doing today anyway, is we have a pretty thick bath mat where we get out of the shower. We didn't think she would get over that, and so we just picked that up on the days that she's scheduled to run in that room. Other than that, we don't move anything. The rotary brushes that get into the corners are on the right hand side, and you'll notice when she goes up along walls and things, she always keeps the right side to it. And I need to get out of the way here. You're doing a good job there, Rosie. As you can see, she goes over that rug there, no problem. Once in a while on some of them on a corner, the corner will lift a little bit, but she runs right over it and it flops back down, so has not been an issue. This is our exercise room. I would say the charge on the robot lasts a little over an hour, maybe like an hour and 10 minutes, and then she will go to charge, which takes roughly an hour, about the same time as the runtime. There she goes underneath our entertainment center there. I would say the charge time, I mean, I haven't really written this down and tested it, but I would say the charge time is about as long as the runtime. So she'll charge for about an hour, then she'll resume right where she picked off. And every time she docks, she will empty the bin. There you can see she's moving along with her right side along the wall. That's where her spinning brushes are. You can see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I think you can see the brushes kind of spinning. Where you going, Rosie? Trying to stay out of the way. I'm going to let it run for a while. I'll edit out parts of this when I do the video. There you can see she went over the hump there. That's the guest room, one of the carpeted ones. It's kind of a thick plush carpet. Should be doing that room today. I'm standing in the hallway now. She also does a good job of overlapping where she's been. We also considered the Nito vac, their high-end vac, which is supposed to be an excellent vacuum too, but I think the real selling point on the i7 Plus is the fact that it can empty its own bin. That's incredible. I'm sure other robot vacs will come out with models like that, but right now the only one that does that is the i7 Plus by iRobot, and that just came out a few months ago. You can see how she goes along those legs there with that right side with that spinning brush on there to flick out any dust or dirt around the corners there. I would have to say she's pretty meticulous about getting everywhere. There she goes under the entertainment center. We did try to make sure the wires, as best we could, were just not out in the middle there, like under our beds. We have beds that are power reclining things, so there's wires under the bed. We tied those up under the frame just so that wouldn't be a problem. I did watch her one time going under before I did that, and while she struggled a little bit with it, she managed to get in and out and clean without an issue. She didn't get hung up, but I would suggest where you can, try and tie wires up and stuff just to help speed her up, if nothing else. And she's going around our treadmill. I mean, you can even see how that little notch there, she goes in. And sometimes you don't understand the order she does things in, but sometimes the wife thinks she missed a spot, but yet a little bit later she comes back and she takes care of it. So we really haven't found anything that she's missed. She can't get back into that spot there. It's not wide enough. A few spots that she can't get to, the wife will hand back every so often. And she's starting to go out into the hallway here. There's a little strip there. She goes over no problem. A little decoration there. She goes around. If you notice, the sound seems to go down considerably when she's on carpeting. I guess it insulates the sound. Now she's starting in the guest bedroom. This is with the plush carpeting. You can still see the vacuums lines from the last time she was there. This room really doesn't get used much. It's our guest bedroom. I think this also is going to help. The robot itself has a HEPA filter in it, which the wife cleaned out the other day. She just kind of vacuumed it out. My wife has all kind of allergies, so we think just having this run, basically we run, everything gets done twice a week. There's one day a week Rosie doesn't run, and that's Fridays. We've set it up on a weekly schedule, and you can specify what room she does, on what days, what time she starts. Now I do have my green screen under this bed here, so that blocks her from going straight through, but she goes all around it. I wouldn't say she's too noisy. Quieter than a normal vac. That's the guest bathroom. See there, she doesn't just do this room. That's another room she's gonna do today. She does it how she figures it out. Don't know how they programmed it, but another throw rug in there that she has no problem with. Of course, she can't get behind the toilets. You can see how gentle she is. Bumping into the walls. And she has a bumper that has, I don't know if it's actually got springs, but it gives, so it's not just a hard jarring bump when she does do a bump. Now notice there she didn't quite go to the wall on that side. And you say, well, why not? I don't know. Can't explain it, but I believe she'll come back and run down that thing with her brush eventually. As you can see, this is tile here she's on now. You can see she went over that throw rug, no problem. It's not a real thick one, but vacuums that too. She's 3.6 inches high according to the owner's manual. Now she's going, see, so I mean, she doesn't necessarily finish rooms like we would think of how we would do it. But anyway, she's 3.6 inches high. That gets her underneath, I think, most basic standard cabinets, like right there. She goes under the cabinets there. No problem. It does work with Alexa. We can give voice commands, have Alexa start her or clean a particular room. It took about, I think it was about 3 runs before she officially got everything mapped out. Here she's going around with it. Well, just when I thought she was going to go around something, she didn't. That's what I said. It's hard to predict what she's going to do, but she does seem to get everywhere in the end. Anyway, I'm going to try and throw in a few screenshots of the app. You can see the actual, they call it smart map that she created. How I've got the rooms divided up. I believe we have 9 rooms. And so far, the wife really seems to love her. And she's going in that little nook there. You can see that's a little nook with some shelves that's carpet in the bottom. Wife has actually got a picture leaned up in the back there. Very gentle with things. I don't think you have to worry about her marring walls or anything. She's got rubber, or I think it's rubber bumpers or plastic bumpers that give. There's the room where we started at, the exercise room. That's where her dock is. That's the other thing too, she has never not been able to find her dock. That works flawlessly. Even a couple days ago, the wife decided to clean the sensors off and take the brushes out and clean everything. I told you she was a clean freak. When she was done, she set her down, and it took her maybe about a minute. She turned and moved a little bit. I think she was trying to figure out, obviously she didn't get there on her own power. The wife had picked her up and brought her in the kitchen. She set her down out in the living room. It took her about a minute. She figured out where she was and then went straight to the dock. So, pretty impressive technology, really. Now she goes, that's now she just bumped into my green screen that's under the bed there. She can't get into that chest of drawers there. But notice she takes that right edge, goes right up to it. Now she continues on her straight path. So she bumped into my green screen. I would, the only one con I can think of is she's, it takes her a while to do everything, but she's being very meticulous, so can't complain. We're starting to get a little used to her that we don't, you know, the first few times we're running around watching her everywhere, you know, make sure she does everything. Now I think she's going way under the bed. She's gotten past the green screen there. I hear her. There she is. So, I mean, she even gets in place there. I don't think my wife reaches back that far into the bed to get it. Maybe she does. But that made my wife feel good that it actually gets underneath the beds, vacuums. And I think, like I was saying, I think this helps with her allergies because, or should help with her allergies, to keep the amount of dust down in the house. I hear her. Sometimes you don't know where she's at. But you can hear her running. There, I just saw the corner over there. She's thoroughly cleaning underneath the bed. And you can see. It's one of the places where I tied the wires up underneath there. Whoa, almost got caught there. So you're seeing this in real time. If I speed up the video in the final edit, I will let you know how fast I'm speeding it up. Just to shorten the video length, but I think it's good that you can see just how fast she actually does it. Now this is on pretty plush carpeting, so I mean she moves right along. As you can can see she's overlapping where she was. Getting Rosie's way. And that's another little section there that's too narrow for her to get through. Under the bed again. Never know where she's going to come out. I can hear that she's running. I've got a feeling I'm going to need to move again. Where you at, Rosie? Alexa works fine with her. The only thing that's a little odd is you have to address the robot as Roomba, even though she's named Rosie. But when you ask, like, where's Roomba at, Alexa will actually use Rosie and say Rosie's on the dock charging. It'd be nice if you could use the robot's name to tell her commands, but that's not a big issue, but that's the way it works. Now you notice now she's going along the right side of my gun safe there with the brushes, and she had done down here, this side here, but she hadn't done it yet with the right side, and there she is. So she will go back, and she seems to make sure every object she goes by with the right side, so those spinning brushes can flick up any dust. So that's why I said she's very thorough. It's just getting a little dark there. Now she's even going back in that little cubby hole to make sure the right side gets all the edges. Pretty amazing. That's what I say when I say she's thorough. She is thorough. There she's going on the right side. She checks to make sure she's as close to the edge as possible. Even goes around that sliding door that juts out just a little bit. Around the door jamb there with the right side. Back into the bathroom.